oldest brother, Fred, was 5 years older than me. And he went to school in Vancouver, and then he went down to Montana and was catching horses, lots of horses. He was, they gathered them. And he brought one back to Victoria with it. They had to have them done or whatever. And he brought the horse back, which we had for many years. Then we also had a little one-eyed pony named Queenie. So we had a one-eyed pony and a little wicker buggy thing that we put on her and sat in, and we had the horse.
But actually rode them around town?
Oh, yes. In those days you could. And there was a place called the Pemberton Woods. It went for miles. It's still there, I guess. Oh, it was acres and acres and acres. I guess so. I kind of forget. But I know it had a way, and you could ride the horse through there without meeting hardly anybody. And there was a huge orchard. Oh, the orchard, the apples were, so beautiful and big. And yet it was all trees and everything. It was just like going to another city. It was acres and acres and acres, and the road went like that. Oh, it was good to be, in those days, to be brought up down there. Everything was the water was clear, but very cold. He was away for many, many years in India, in the Boer War, I guess. When he came home, it was so cold. He worked on the municipality for many, many, many years, though, and then he got real sick and with bronchitis, and they gave him a summer job as a policeman on the summer in civilian clothes to walk the beaches so that, the fires didn't come up too much and no drinking and that. And my brother, George, what did George do? He did good. I think he worked in a post office and a grocery store on Oak Bay Avenue. I think that was the only job. Oh no, and then for 12 years he was manager of a dry cleaning plant. I remember that. And then he took sick very young. 15 years he was in the hospital at Mill Bay with a tumor in his head. Mm-hmm. So he died. Yeah, about I guess before he was 50. But they took wonderful care of him. Your mother used to take him to her place for Christmas when you were a baby. And my brother Fred had a big place out at Langford. Nice farm. And he died of a heart attack. Yes, Fred married, yes. And he has a son... he's a car racer. Your mother would remember his name. Oh, yes, my friends. One morning we heard a lot of honking, and we looked out, and my friend Wilma and Bud were there with 4 little girls. And They came to stay with us because after the war it was hard to find a place with children, especially 4. Hard, because there wasn't many. People just built a home for themselves. They didn't build big condos like this.
Right.
You just built the house for you in those days. You had a lot and you built the house for you that you were going to live in, or bought it. You know, there was no condos or any of that. So that you had, so anyway, they came to live with us for 30 days, and they looked for the first 3 months, but they didn't seem to be able to find a place. They didn't have much money, of course, and they stayed with us 2.5 years and added 2 more to their family, and we added 1 more to ours. Marg was already born, and Bobby was already born, or came later, and then we had Dennis Patrick. Yeah, he was born early 40s. Yeah, we'd just come out of the 30s, and the war was just getting over, wasn't it? The Second World War, and it was very, very hard to find places to live. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness, yes. Those who didn't drink, you'd get 3 times the amount of money for the bottle of liquor you were allowed. A bottle of family every so often. Yeah. And so Grandpa was all ready to be measured for his suit when he, when the war was ended. Yes, he was all ready, but he had bad eyes, remember. Yeah.
No one else you know no more?
No, none. The boys were either too old or too young. Yeah. And they didn't want me. No, but my father was in the Boer War for 19 years. So that's what made him so sick, and that because of the hot. See, at 120, 130 there. So he used to wear an overcoat here in July.
Is that right?
It was so cold. Yeah. Maybe that's where I get my bad circulation. It could be. Anyway, my mother was a very strict midwife.
Is that right?
Yeah, in England, and she a very good mother. But my father was a wonderful gardener. Oh, we supplied all the neighbors with all fresh vegetables. Ask your grandma about the gardener. We had the house and the land, and then we bought the lot next door. And he just had, we won many prizes at the Willows Fair.